welcome everybody to the SERL Truck Series, the final race before we reach the playoff cutoff. We are here at Kansas Motor Speedway for 100 laps tonight, as we have 15 drivers gridding, or 15 drivers finishing up practice, all looking to battle their way in through the playoffs. I will be your commentator and host tonight, Justin White. And let's get started by looking at some of our points as we come into this evening's final race of the regular season. Sitting at the top of the board is Justin Michael. He has been at the top of the board almost all season, has several wins in his pocket, as he looks to maybe add to that and keep guys from making their way into the playoffs. The top 12 will make your playoff. As you can see, between Justin Lunkin and Doug Neal, those two are tied for 12th, or 12th and 13th, with Justin pulling, looks like by finishes, best finishes over Doug Neal. So Doug's gonna, if Doug is in the lobby tonight, he's gonna have a good race and beat Justin to make it into the playoffs. There's a few other guys on that list that can't afford to have too much of a bad race. That's Nathan Maurer and Kevin Franks, Dylan Clark. All those guys need to have good races tonight in order to make the top 12 of the playoff. So we will finish up our practice here and get set to start qualifying. But let's get to opening ceremonies, as our national anthem is up next. Alright, nothing fills you more with pride than hearing that national anthem right before we get ready to do a little bit of battle here at Kansas Motor Speedway. With that said, these guys have already strapped in. They have already got after it, and they are already qualifying. Let's go ahead and take a quick look and browse through some of these drivers as they start their laps and see where they stand. We'll pull up we'll pull the gap of difference between their times so you kind of get an idea. As we start off, let's look at the 20 truck here as he heads off down into turn 3 and 4. See here, Jonathan Cogswell off to a fast start with a 31.390. Now I'm going to tell you this evening what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag in drivers under green flag conditions. I have received their okay to do this. We're going to see how the truck is handling in the middle of a run or middle of a green flag run. I'm thinking we're going to get several of those tonight, considering how the field is set. So we will see how that plays out. Like I said, I want to go back one more time and look at those points as these guys continue to qualify. I want to make sure to stress some emphasis on this. It's going to be a close battle to get into the top 12 because we do not have 12 winners. So we've got 4 or 5 guys that are sitting right there on the brink, and they've got to do well tonight to make it. I do not think Doug Neal is in the field, so we will see what happens. We know Christopher Howell's in the field. He's 277 to 284. That's going to be a pretty big gap to close, but with Doug not being in the field, that is possible. I do not see Justin Lumpkin. Justin Lumpkin is in the server, so he is here. So Christopher Howell basically is at a win and you're in type of scenario at the moment. He's going to have a really good run, a really good stage points, or he's going to have to possibly pull out a win. Now, in this truck series, this is possible. Anyways, let's get back, take a look at these guys as they qualify. We've got roughly 10 minutes of qualification. So we will see how this plays out. Let's pull up a few guys here as you guys finish qualifying here. Let's see here. Jamie Lee Dunning is finished qualifying. Let's pull him up. Hey Jamie. Your phrase. I do not have one. Here we go. Hey Jamie, this is Justin in the booth. You got a copy?
How's it going, Justin?
Pretty good. Looks like you have set your time for this evening and are ready to set and do battle here at Kansas. You're setting P4 at the moment. You planning on running out front all night?
I'm planning on helping my teammates out to the best of my ability. I mean, there's no way I'm going to make the playoffs. I missed a couple races due to work. So I'm just here to help them out, make sure they all, get more points than what they need to secure their spots into the playoff chase.
Well, now don't sell yourself short. If you win, you're in, correct?
No, this league is not like that. It's all based on points. We're not doing it the NASCAR way. If you win, you're in.
10-4, so maybe I spoke a little too soon. Looks like when I was talking about Christopher Howell, he's going to have to really put it on tonight to gain some points to pull this off. So he will not be able to win in the end. So we'll see how that plays out. All right, well, good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll see you up here on the podium and give you an interview, or at least give some of your teammates an interview.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right, that was Jamie. You heard what his plan is tonight. He's doing team orders. Let's see here. Let's pull up somebody else. Justin Lumpkin. Has he completed his qualifying laps? He has not. I don't want to pull. Well, no, maybe he has. Hang on. Let's see. He's on the track right now. Let's go over here and watch him. Let's see if as he finishes his lap here, we might just go ahead and pull him up and get a word in with him and kind of give him an idea of where he sits on points and what he's got to do. Put a little bit of pressure. See if he can come through in the end. He pulls off the track. Got the 25 out there running some laps here. There's Justin. Let's just go and pull him up here. Hey, Justin, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, pretty much I didn't realize that it was no win in your end. I'm going to pull the points up here. I know you can't see them, but at the moment you're sitting on the bubble. You were at 284 points. We know Doug Neal is not in the field. Christopher Howell is in the field. He's behind you roughly about 13 points, maybe less. Yeah, he's about 13 points back. So you've got to stay out in front of him and get some stage points to kind of lock yourself into that top 12.
Yeah, that was going to be the plan. Just kind of keep it clean and make sure I got some stage points and had a good finish. Kind of wish Doug was going to be here tonight. That was going to be pretty exciting for it to battle for that last spot. But we're going to see what we can do out there. We got some speed. We'll just see if we can keep it up front.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, good luck. And I think you were one of the guys that give me the thumbs up. So I might pull you up during a green flag run. So don't be too shocked when I pull you up in an interview middle of a green flag.
That'll be all right, man.
All right, 10-4. Good luck tonight. Hopefully we'll see you up here in the podium, top 3 finish positions and be able to lock your way in.
Thanks, sir.
All right, you heard it from him. That was his plan, was to kind of battle Doug for the points, but Doug's not here. So Christopher Howell, Nathan Maurer, Kevin Franks, those are going to be the guys that he is going to have to battle. Mentioning that Nathan Maurer is on the track right now, setting his time. He is now P5 as he comes through to set his second lap. Let's empty the board and let's pull up our lap times. As you can see where Nathan sits, right behind Justin Lumpkin, 3-1. Oh, there goes Justin Michael to the top. That is of no surprise. Dakota Camper sitting second. Let's see where Nathan, see if his lap is any better. It is not. So he'll spin it out right here coming. There's Justin Michael again on his final lap, last down 50 seconds left of qualifying. I'm telling you folks, this is going to be a heck of a finish, a heck of a race. Especially between Nathan Maurer, Justin Lumpkin, and Christopher Howell. Gotta get my names, gotta make sure I lock my names into my head correctly. Though, keep an eye on those. The numbers you're looking for, again, are the 4, 78, and 18. Those 3 are going to be doing battle. And even Kevin Franks, but I don't think Kevin's in. No, Kevin is in the lobby. I think he just has not qualified yet, but he will also be one of them. He is in the 98. So keep a close eye out on those guys tonight as we get ready to go green. We're coming down to the final few seconds. They're heard NASCAR calling the drivers back to their cars, tell them to use the restroom, get a drink, hop back in, and let's go green. For the time being, we'll be right back when we finally grid up to go green. Alright, we are back. Sorry, I had to go grab some jalapeno poppers and some cheese sticks and some popcorn because this is about to get interesting. Right now, currently, Justin Michael is your pole winner for this evening. Dakota Kemper sits second. Dean Clivett third. Bobby Mays fourth. Justin Lumpkin fifth. Sixth will be Nate Maurer. Seventh, Todd Mays. Eighth, Darren Owens. 9, Christopher Howell. 10th, Jamie Lee Dunning. 11th, Jonathan Cogswell. 12th, Joey Doucette. 13th, Matthew Rudder. 14th, Kevin Franks. And 15th, James McKinney. Those will be your top 15 and the only guys in the field for this evening. As we get ready to go green, Here we go as the pace cut pulls off. It is time to go green flag truck racing in Kansas. Justin Michael off with a great start. Dakota Camper on the high side, trying to build up that truck momentum as they head off down out of 2 down that American Ethanol straightaway. The 56 of Dean Clavitt tucked up underneath the 3 of Dakota Camper. As Dakota tries to keep that truck wound up on the high side, and he will to keep that P2 position as they start lap 2. Dakota immediately to the high side of the 87 in the middle in 1 and 2. Coming out of 2, Dakota will have that momentum built up as he pulls alongside the 87. Looks like he tried to tuck in, will decide to keep the low lane into 3. Dean Clavitt, Justin Lumpkin back there watching these two battle out side by side for the race lead. Let's see who leads this lap. Dakota will get his lap lead point as we begin lap 3. Dakota making that high side work. Dean thinking about jumping out there with him as they come off turn 2. Dakota will have the momentum on the 87 of Justin Michael as they head off down into 3. Justin Michael looks like he may try the slide job on Dakota, and he will complete it as we start lap 4. Nate Maurer back there battling for the 3rd position. Started P6, already up to 4th, looking for 3rd, down on the low side of 1 and 2. As these guys battle it out here. Just a reminder, this is a fixed setup, so these guys are going to have to try to maintain and keep their tires underneath them for this entire race. And we'll see who can manage their tires the best as Dakota looks to pull the crossover job on the 87. And he will not be able to do it. Now Dakota thinks about sneaking underneath him out of 2, but decides to tuck back in. Justin Michael still leading this race. He's led every lap but 1. But Nathan Maurer has pulled up to the rear bumper of that 3 and is thinking about possibly taking P2 away from Dakota, as almost everybody is looking to that top side of Kansas. Now remember, this track is a progressive bank track, means lower banking or degrees of banking are lower in the bottom of the corner and higher towards the top of the racetrack. You'll see a lot of these guys move their way to the top as the run goes, and as the race winds down, because that's just where the speed will be in that 3rd groove. Oh, as a reminder, I totally forgot to even mention this. We are at stage lap 45. That we will not throw the green. That is only for points. Lap 45, completion of 45 will be your stage. As Dakota Camper has jumped out in front of the 87. The 87 was all over his rear bumper going into 3 and 4. Dakota ducking it low, trying to break the draft off of the 87. As Dakota will lead lap 8 and begin lap 9. Justin Michael thinking about giving him the bumper into 1. Nathan back there watching intently, hoping these guys get side by side again, and Nathan can pull up to their rear bumper. Since these guys are going at it, let's pull up the 56 of Dean Clavitt. Let's have a word with him under green flag. Hey, Dean, this is Justin in the booth. Got a copy?
Gotcha.
All right, I told you I'd pull you up during green flag conditions, and I am. So how's the truck feeling?
It feels good right now. Feels a little bit loose, but holding steady right now.
I got you. I'm thinking as the run goes, or as the race goes along, you guys are going to want to start running that really high line of turn 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, because that's where the speed's going to be.
Yeah, I was testing it out here in practice on old tires, and I did find some speed up there. So I'm just trying to mill lane right now, just for the heck of it. And once the tires wear off, I'm probably gonna start drifting changing my line and whatnot. But so far so good. Car's feeling good at the moment, so I'm happy right now. Ranked 5th.
10-4. All right. Well, we'll let you concentrate back on the race. Appreciate you allowing us to come in during green flag.
10-4. See you later.
All right. See you. All right, you heard it there from Dean. He said the truck's a little loose. He's just kind of maintaining right now, just kind of running, trying to feel that second groove. Of course, as he moves up to the third groove, you'll see him start to move up throughout the race, and we'll see how this plays out. Looks like Justin Michael has resumed leadership of the lead as we start lap 15. Dakota Camper sitting back there in third. I'm thinking he's just trying to maintain. Keep an eye on that 87 truck. Just try to keep it as close as he can. Hopefully he'll have something for him at the end of the run. Now I do believe these guys will have to pit at least once before the stage. Yes, they will, because 100% fuel will only get them 40 to 45 laps. We're going to, well, actually 45, so these guys may not have to pit if they save enough fuel for the end. So this might be possible for them. As our top 3 are within 3/10 of each other, top 4 are within 7/10. When we go all the way back here to Dean, who has moved up to the third groove. Already on lap 16. He is 1.3 seconds back. The 18, Christopher Howell, sitting back there 1.5. These guys are so close on the points. It's going to be interesting. I think the stage points will play a huge role in this. And we'll see how this kind of works, plays or works itself out. Jump back out front here to our race leader. There he is. Dakota Camper sitting back there right on his heels. Nate Maurer not far off. Ooh, as Nate gets extremely close to that wall. Justin Lumpkin is closing in on him. Back it out and let you guys take a good look from the blimp view. These two running down that American Ethanol back straightaway. These two sit 1, 2 in the points. 87 out front, 3 set in second. As they run on the track, that's how they sit in points. Jump back here and take a quick look at some of these other guys as they are battling each other out here. There's a 25 of Bobby Mays. There's Dakota. Let's pull him up here into the booth for a second and see how his race is going. Hey Dakota, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, man, what's going on?
Not much. Looks like you're holding out there on P2 at the moment, kind of right there on the heels of the 87. Looks like you're just kind of following in his tracks, kind of copying, doing what he is doing until we at least come to green flag pit stops here, or maybe the end of the stage, depending on if you saved enough fuel.
Yeah, the cars are getting a little hard to handle now. They're kind of tight in and makes it difficult. But I'm just going to see what he does. We'll see if maybe we can do something a little different before it's over with.
TN4, you think you got enough gas to get to the end of the stage?
No, we have about 7 laps of fuel. The fuel runs about 30 laps.
10-4, that's right. You guys aren't running 100% fuel. So I'll let you get back at it as Nate closes right in on your rear bumper. Good luck.
All right, have a good, buddy.
You too. All right, right there was Dakota as the 78 closes right on his rear bumper. As you guys go off into 1 and 2, Nate right up against that wall. I like to call that the Kyle Larson line. You're inches off the wall. We got our first taker down pit road. Christopher Howell down pit road, lap 24. We'll see how this plays out for him, as it looks like he's going to take 4 tires, and he is already off the pit lane, or out of his pit box. As he gets ready to go back green, there he goes by right there, tail end of the lead lap. He'll be 1 lap down at the moment. Current lucky dog receiver once it happens as a 13. There comes Jamie Lee Dunning. He is the very tail end of the lead lap as he has some serious damage to his right front of his truck. Let's take a quick look at it. Rear chase, you can see the damage on the front of that truck. Looks like he's gotten into the wall a couple of times, maybe a few more times than he wanted to. But he is hanging on right now. Jump back up front to our race leader, Justin Michael. So begins to extend his lead over the 3 of Dakota Camper by 1.2 seconds. Looks like Nate has fallen off of it. Looks like he's got some right foot damage. Not sure where that come into play. Looks like he may have gotten to the wall a little bit. Looks like he's going to have to get it repaired on this first stop here. Right there comes our race leader, the 87, Justin Michaels, 78, Nathan Mauer, right in tow. as these guys are now on pit lane. There's another truck, the 56 Dean Clavitt. He is also, he's coming off pit road now. Justin Lumpkin on pit road. There goes Jamie Lee Dunning off pit road. Looks like the only two that have not pitted are, nope, Matt Rudder. He is the only one who has not pitted other than Dakota Kemper, but Dakota is on pit road now as we speak. Looks like he pitted one lap after the 87. .22 Bobby Mays is your leader as he comes on pit road. So does the 16 of Joey Doucette on pit road. 27, 97, 25, all 5 of them on pit road. Same lap. Looks like they got on pretty clean. No issues. We'll see how this plays out for these guys. Let's go up here and jump up here to Dakota. There comes the 18 of Christopher Howe. He is going to probably pull the... Well, no, he's not. The 87, Justin Michael, will hold the lead. But the 18 of Christopher Howe was able to leapfrog over Dakota and take that P2 position as this cycles out, which is going to work out well for him maybe towards the end of the stage. There's the 3 of Dakota Camper. So these guys cycle out. Let's see how many laps they have on their tires. 87, 18, 3, 56, 78. 56 was able to come down pit road and leapfrog over Nathan Maurer for the 4th position. Christopher Howe was able to leapfrog all of them, take P2. These guys having some decent strategy at the moment, seeing how this has played out. Looks like the 78 got his damage fixed. He doesn't have another fast repair, so he's going to have to play it smart the rest of the way here. Try not to have any more damage. A7 Justin Michael out to 3.5 second lead right now. 3.5 second lead over Christopher Howe as we close in the finish of lap 33, start of lap 34. Now, I didn't mention the weather before we started. Go ahead and pull that up now as these guys race. The track is, of course, Kansas, 1.5 mile. Track temperature is at 81 degrees. Ambient temperature 77, partly cloudy with a slight wind out of the north. So that's coming pretty much down the front, straight down the back straightaway on these guys. So the track's not exactly hot. It does have some grip, but you also don't want to overcook them tires either. Let's pull up the 16 Joey just said. Let's pull him, 16. Yeah, 16. Let's pull him up here and have a chat with him for a minute. See how his race is doing. See how he's doing as he tries to, he's at 16. There he is. Let's talk to him for a moment. Hey, Joey, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy, buddy.
10-4. Well, we got through green flag pit stops, closed in on this stage here. You're setting P8, roughly about 5 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds off P7. You're hoping to lay down the hammer here and hopefully catch Jonathan?
Yeah, I'm going to try to, we're all 3 of us, 6, 7, and 8, all pitted on the same strategy, so we're just trying to make it a 3-stop race and hopefully everything works out.
10-4. Well, hopefully this will work out for you, and you'll be able to stop basically 2 more times and get to the end. Because, like I said, we don't feel the caution for the stage. So, like I said, you're not battling so much for that 12th position. You're pretty much firmly locked yourself into the playoff. Especially having that win, that's awesome to have. So, I'll give you quite a few points when you did pull that off at Atlanta. So, hopefully you can pull you off another one tonight.
All right, thanks, buddy.
Thank you. All right, that was Joey Doucette. You heard his strategy. 3 stops. That's his plan. He's already done 1. Got 2 more left. I think these guys are trying to out-strategize that 87 right now. Has the 87 Justin Michael out to a 2.5 second lead over Dakota Camper, who has resumed and took over that 3rd position over 18 Christopher Howe. Christopher Howe's fallen further back. I will say Christopher's been out on his tires 16 laps, while Dakota's only been out 10 laps. It's like he got into the wall there a little bit, maybe. That will play a part. That'll play a difference in this race. Jump back here and take a look at the 78 of Nathan Maurer. Yeah, it looks like he's gotten around the 56 of Dean Clavitz. Sets his sights on the 18 of... Ooh, as he hits the wall. Let's go back and take a quick look at that. See what happened. Back it up a little bit further. Ooh, maybe not. Yep, there we go. Let's go on board. Back it up a little bit more. Let's take a quick look and see what happened. Let's slow it down. As he comes off of 4, looks like he puts a little more wheel and still catches that wall, barely. Back it up and let you guys look at it from this angle too. Ooh, there it is. Rear end tapped it first, then nosed it back in. Not a lot he could do, just trying to get everything he could. We'll go back live here. As now he sets P5 with a little bit of right side damage, as the 18 and 56 were able to work their way around him. That's a tough break for Nate. This track is very unforgiving and will bite you quick. 27 Jonathan Cogswell is under fire from the 22 of Bobby Mays. Bobby Mays up high, Jonathan down low. What happened to the 18 right there? What happened? Let's back that up a little bit and see what happened. Coming down into 1. Oh, looks like he got a little bit of a wall magnet. No real damage to the truck. Just slowed him way up. He'll lose a couple of positions, but he'll be able to make him back pretty quick. Close everything back in here. Go here and look at the 22 of Bobby Mays, as he is all over that 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. Apologize. Something caught in my throat. As these guys go back to it, I couldn't get my mic muted fast enough. We got bad air quality here in Tennessee as it's been pretty hot the last few days. So I apologize. My allergies are kind of after me. But back to it. 87 Justin Michael is your race leader currently. Here he is coming to the start stripe now. Dakota Camper right there behind him. About 2.1 seconds. As we come down to the end of stage 1. Now we will not, like I said, we will not throw the caution. It's not going to happen here, but we still award points. So we'll run through our top 10 as they come through for the stage. '87 is first. 3. 56. 22. 27. 78. 18, Christopher Howell will be 7th. Joey Doucette, 16th. In the 16 and 8th. The 97 of Kevin Franks will be 9th. And Todd Mays, the 25, will round out your top 10 for the stage. As we said, Justin Lumpkin was needing those stage points. He's not going to get them. Looks like he's had some serious damage as he's sitting P13, 1 lap down currently. Not sure what has happened to this truck. I was hoping he would be up there battling. Looks like it's pretty clean for the most part. Not sure why he's off the pace that much. Maybe he's trying to make it a 2-stop race. We'll see what happens here. He pitted 20 laps ago. We'll see how this plays out for him. I'm expecting to see this 18 of Christopher Howell on pit road almost any time. As the 16 of Joey Doucette closes in on him. There's the 27. He's still working on the 22. It looks like the 22 got around the 27. 56, Dean Clavitt just kind of pulled away from those guys. He's hit P3. There's Dakota. And there's Justin Michael. We'll try to get an idea of how far the distance is between these guys. Here's the blimp and see how this looks. Justin Michael may pop in. Oh, we got serious damage to our leader. Oh, serious damage. Let's go take a look at it and see what happened. Major implications here in this race. Looks like the 13 got into the wall. Justin Michael closed in quick, had nowhere to go. Oh, and he just rear ends him straight on square. And that pretty much will force him down pit road. As there he is now coming down pit road. We know he's got some serious engine damage. We'll see if he can get it fixed. As we remain green, that puts Dakota Camper out front. 4.7 seconds over the 56 of Dean Clavitt. And I think this may open the door for the 3 or the 56 to possibly pull out a win here. I will say the 3 has been to victory lane this season. The 56 has not. So you know he's hungry, as he is now laid down the hammer, as I like to call it. Close that gap down to 4.8 seconds. He's hungry, wanting that lead from the 3 of Dakota Camper. Down to 4.5 seconds on my current ticker here. It says 4.7. Actually, it's going back up. Looks like he may have touched the wall a little bit, maybe. We'll see what happened, because he was laying down some faster lap times. He was the fastest truck on the speedway, as he knows that he has now had his window open and a chance to possibly win this race, and definitely, probably more than likely, lock himself in on points by pulling out the win tonight. As I said, I was expecting that 18 to come down pit road anytime. Here he is, lap 31. Ooh, he overshot his pit box a little bit. He's coming down pit road, 78 1/8 mile on pit road. Nate's going to have to get a little bit of that damage fixed. Hopefully, he may have not used that fast repair, but it looks like he may have, so he's got some damage to fix. There's the 3 of Dakota Camper going into 3 and 4 now. Let's see if he's a taker down pit road this time. I'm thinking you want to stay out as long as possible for this run. Get as many laps as you can to make it a one more stop race. But there's the 56 of Dean Clavitt. He's on pit road. See if anybody else is a taker. Like I said, we were talking about the 27, 22, 16, and 97 and 25. All those guys are going to make 2 more stops. So we'll see how their strategy plays out for them. There's the 3 Dakota Camper out of 3 and 4. Still not coming down pit road. Still keeping it out there. The 44 Darren Owens on 5 lap old tires looks underneath Dakota going into 3. Their second place, Jonathan Cogswell, put it 28 laps ago. There you go. Let's pull up our pit strategy fuel stop little map here and see who has the best chance or who has the best strategy currently at the moment. Jonathan Cogswell, he's up 10 spots from the start of the race. Looks like he's run 30 on that first fuel run. He's run 28 this time. And he's our current race leader as Dakota has decided to come pit. Let's see how long Jonathan stays out. And hey, see if kind of strategy this strategy he's been working on is going to pay off for him. There's the 22 of Bobby Mays. You can see on there he's pitted 29 laps ago. There's Joey Doucette. Looks like he's in 1 lap a little bit earlier than he planned. So here comes the 27 and the 22 now. Those guys 30 laps, 30-30 is how they've played this. You can see Justin Michael sitting there P5 now. Or P6 possibly. 28 laps, 20. He had to short pit for 22 because of the damage. He's been out there exactly 10 laps now. He's back to your race leader after getting that damage fixed from that early, not early, but 10 lap ago issue that he had with the 13 of Jamie Lee Dunning. We'll see how this works out for him. We know he's going to have to pit at least once more, but how many laps does he go before he does pit? Matter of fact, let's pull him up here and talk to him for a minute about a strategy, see how this is going to play out for him. Hey Justin, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Looks like you got a little bit of damage there from the 13. We're able to come back down pit road and get it fixed, which I know has thrown your entire race strategy out the window. You looking to stay out as long as you can on this run right here?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I mean, at least it happened within a pit window. We had a fast repair that we could use, so It just would have been a lot better if it happened in the next turn. So I could have popped right back on the pit road, but it is what it is.
10-4. Like I said, you faced probably first time you faced some serious adversity this year. It looks like the 13 just got into the wall and you had nowhere to go, and that's just what happens here at Kansas, especially with this progressive banking that they have. So
yeah, that wall's just like glue. Once you touch it, you just can't come off of it. But I don't know. Dakota's catching me pretty quick here, about 2-3 tenths a lap. So we'll see what happens here at the end. I don't know if he's going to follow me into pit road or not.
10-4. All right. Well, we'll let you get back to it. Appreciate you allowing us to bring you up during green flag, especially when you're trying to concentrate.
Thanks, sir.
All right, there is the 87. We just talked about it. His entire strategy went out the window very quickly. We'll see what happens here. As he was saying, Dakota was catching him pretty quick, and we can kind of watch that over here on this battle for first, as you can watch the 2.51 kind of maintain down the backstretch, and you can watch it really drop in the middle of the corners. That's where all the speed is on fresh tires coming into play. As he said, it looks like it was 3/10. So right there, that corner alone was 3/10. Let's see if it's the same 3/10 in this corner. 2/10. Yep, looks like it's about 3/10, 2.5 to 3/10 a corner. That's a big number. Especially, I mean, that's the difference between 8-lap and 16-lap old tires. You can see Dakota is running him down quickly. As I said, Justin Michael is your race leader, but he had completely new strategy has to come into play. Here's the deal with this. We don't have spotters. We don't have crew chiefs, technically. So when you are in the middle of a race and you're focusing on driving, you've got to rethink your strategy while you're racing. What do I do? What do I do? How do I change this? I mean, it kind of all falls in. Got to make that call pretty quick. And sometimes those are made kind of out of haste, not really, thinking clearly, because you're in the heat of the battle and you're racing. I mean, you got so many things going on, this, that, chat. So I think our racers have a little bit more concentration to them compared to actual real-life race car drivers, in my opinion. Because we also have the outside noise to deal with from family and kids and so forth, so dogs, animals, etc., etc. So I think these guys are a little bit more have more concentration than you would think running these cars. As the 3 works under the 30, the 87 for the race lead, he has taken it over. That's what 8-lap tires do. That's how quickly he caught them. So like I said, Justin Michael's going to stay out as long as he possibly can. See how this plays out. You can see the 3 is catching the 18 of Christopher Howe. Looks like he had some serious issues, and now he's going to fall down to a lap down. Looks like he's 3 positions in front of Justin Lumpkin currently. So we'll see how that plays out. Go back here to a battle between the 22, 27, and 16. These guys, this is 4th, 5th, and 6th. These guys are within a second of each other, and they are duking it out. But I'm going to let you guys enjoy this moment, and we're going to do one of my favorite segments. So I want you to throttle up that volume, grab that knob, and turn it up. Dakota Camper right up against that wall. I mean, he is right there at it, running that Kyle Larson line. Maybe not there 1 and 2 here from the gyro cam, but as he comes off the exit, right up there close to it. Almost too close for comfort. As we come down to 20 to go to finish the regular season here in the SERL Truck Series. I do want to say one bit of piece of business here. Thank you to our official truck sponsor, Tony Smith at Sixer 1K. So if you guys want to go over and give him a follow on Twitch, that it's twitch.tv/Sixer1K. That's SIXXER 1K. Appreciate him, Simbox, 0X Designs. Sim Shots for sponsoring the SERL Truck Series, the Cup Series. I want to appreciate all those guys for everything that they do for our league that we have here. As Dakota Camper is on pit road for his final time tonight. You see if he gets it down to 45 miles an hour. Let's get a cockpit. See if we can find somebody else that's going to hit pit road here. Get in their cockpit, kind of get an idea of what it looks like to hit pit road at speed. See if the 25 is going to do it this time. Looks like he will not. As Dakota comes down to his pit box. There he is, full stop. Sits and waits for his service. There's the right sides going up, as you can see the car jump right, a little bit left, and then the left sides go up. Left sides will jump. There's the here we go, 56. This is what it feels like getting down the pit road from full speed. Definitely not for the faint of heart. Especially if you have that rear brake dialed in. And we'll sit down with the 56 here all the way down during his pit stop here and kind of get you a better idea. We'll sit through his pit service here. Right side tires. You hear him start to gas it up. Left sides. Oh, looks like he may have only took 2 in the change, but this is what it feels like him getting off. You can see it's a little bit loose since he took 2 tires. This is a little bit of a gamble. Let's see if it pays off for him. And here he comes off pit road. So you got a little bit of squirreling right there. Those left side tires are already kind of worn. He only took 2. Let's see if this plays into his hand. There's the 22 of Bobby Mays. Here he comes down pit road. Slowing it way down. Well, that'll put the lead into the hands of the 25 in that Platt's Blue Ribbon Beer 25. See when he decides to come down pit road, as he is currently your race leader. Let's jump out here quickly here between the 87 and the 3. You can see here the difference. 87 on 7-lap old tires, the 3 on wrong box. Let me pull this battle. Here we go. Battle box. Here we go. Between the 2, second and third place, you can see that Dakota is catching him quickly. Running on roughly 3 to 4 lap fresher tires. Dakota all over the back of that 87. Does a crossover move down into 3 and 4. Dakota now down straight to the bottom. 87 up high. Dakota is going to complete the slide job on the 87. and take over that essential proverbial lead. But the 87 is going to fight back on the high side. But will not be able to pull back up to his rear bumper. The 25 of Todd Mays, though, is now on pit road. And here comes, let me show you, there's the 3. There's the 87 by the 25. The only thing I can think of is that 87 is hoping for a caution. Anything. Anything he can get. To hopefully get back on even playing ground with the 3. We'll see how this plays out for him. Next on that list is the 56 of Dean Clavitt. I said, let's go back and look at the points before the race started. As we were talking about, Dean Clavitt. The Dean? No, he's way up there. My bad. 56 was not in the point battle. He's already pretty much locked himself in. Justin Lumpkin was there in the points battle. Nathan Maurer was there with him. Currently, they may be tied for 12th. We'll see how this plays out. Kevin Franks was in it. And Kevin Franks is running P7. Looks like he's pretty much pushed himself in. Christopher Howell with 277. Looks like he's a couple of positions above Justin Lumpkin. But not enough to close in on Doug Neal's point total. So I'm not sure if that's going to play that much of a role. We'll have to see how it all kind of plays out. Here towards the end. But back out front here, I don't want to miss this battle too much here between the 3 and the 87. These guys are pretty much get a better chase. There's the 3, there's the 87 right in behind him. Come down to 8 laps to go this time by. Unless we get a caution. I don't see the 87 catching that 3 truck. The 3 truck is going to secure his second win of the season. This time by will be 7 to go. Got a little bit of a battle between the 16. Oh, maybe not. That's the 56 of Dean Clavitt. Looks like Joey easily drove right by him because Dean only took 2 tires. There in front of him is the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. Those 2 guys, looks like Joey is trying to run down Jonathan, but I don't know if he's going to have enough to do it. Take a look at the battle between these 2 here. Joey is roughly 1 second back. It's kind of just Joey closed in a little bit right there through that front straightaway. Let's see if he closes in any in this corner. Looks like that lead will grow back out again. Let's see if Joey will make a difference. Close it back in out of 2. Lead starting, or that difference between starting to shrink, but it looks like it's going to end up growing right back quickly again as they go off into 3 and 4. Jump back out here with Dakota. You can see his lead is growing over the 87 of Justin Michael, 1.3 seconds going into 3 and 4 as we come down to 4 to go this time. Dakota looking for his second win of this inaugural SERL Truck Series season. $13-lap regular season. 5 race playoff, if you want to get down to it. We all do it based off points, so whoever has the better point total by the end of race 5. So our next 5 races will be at Gateway or Worldwide Technology Park, Texas, Talladega, Martinsville, and Homestead. Whoever's accumulated the most points after September the 10th, the September 10th race, they will be your inaugural SERL Truck Series champion as we get down to 2 to go this time. 2 to go. Next time by will be the white flag. Take a quick look at that battle between these two one more time. It's kind of even maintained out a little bit. Looks like Justin Michael's closing it in just a little bit. But Dakota Camper is coming to the white flag this time, as Justin Michael has turned the wick on and has closed in about 3/10, give or take, and closes in even further this time. Gets it down to 1.3 seconds here. I don't think he's going to have enough, as Dakota Camper sells it off into 3 and 4 for the final time. Or there will be your winner at Kansas, Dakota Camper in the 3. Second will be the 87 of Justin Michael. Third will be the 27 of Jonathan Cogswell. As he brings it out of 3 and 4. There it is. There's your third place. Joey Doucette in the 20 and the 16 will be fourth. Dean Clavin the 56 will be second. Bobby Mays 6th. Kevin Franks will be 7th. Todd Mays in the 25. He will be 8th. Christopher Howell the 18th will be 9th. And 10th will be Matt Rudder. Which we really haven't talked too much about Matt this race, but that's your 10th place position right there. Alright, we'll be back momentarily bringing up our top 3 finishers to give them an interview. Bear with us, we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, let's bring up our third place finisher, Jonathan Cogswell. Hey Jonathan, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Sure do. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Looks like you were able to get you a podium third place finish there. Nice job. Looks like you and Joey were kind of banking on that 3-stop finish. 3-stop race. And it worked out for you, but you still were not able to catch Dakota or Justin Michael, even with Justin having his little bit of an issue that he had with the 13. What
Yeah.
was your strategy? Were you hoping to push it? Hopefully you were hoping to have it be a little bit closer there at the end.
Well, everyone was running that high line, and I couldn't drive that high line. I couldn't figure it out. So I just stuck to my game plan, ran the inside, and ran my fuel dry till the last one, and then I stopped a little early.
10-4, gotcha. Well, it looks like it worked out for you. You were able to get a P3. I think it's pretty much put you into the playoffs. Take a quick look at our points here and make sure we're on the right page here. Oh yeah, you're definitely into the top 12. So congratulations on making the top 12 for the playoffs, starting not next week but the week after.
Yeah, I had a rough start to the season, so last few races I've kind of pulled it back together.
10-4, good job. You got anybody else you want to give a shout out to?
I'd like to thank my coworkers at English Excavating. They're always interested in my races, and tonight was kind of for my coworker Tom Hale, who died this week. He's only 4 years older than me, and I'm kind of heartbroken, but he loves his truck, and today I was just kind of racing for him.
10-4. That's sorry to hear that, but glad you were able to at least have a decent finish for him. So,
and my first podium, so it couldn't be more fitting.
Yes,
feel
sir. Absolutely.
great.
Yeah, good deal. Good deal. All right, congratulations for making the playoffs. Good job on P3, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.
Yep, see you. All right, that there is your third place finisher. Let's bring up the 87 of Justin Michael here. Hey, Justin, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, you had a run in with the 13, leading the race, was able to rally the troops and pull back into a second place finish, and still almost caught Dakota there at the end. I think you gave him a little bit of heartburn closing it in pretty quick on that last lap. Did you have anything else left to maybe catch him?
We just needed more laps. I know he was really running the low line. So he was burning his stuff up, so I was just trying to stay high. Maybe I could save something and do something there in the last few laps, but it just didn't work out. Another yellow probably would have been good, because I think we would have had better tires than at that point since he was really burning his stuff up. So nothing we can do about it. It's just the way it ended. So it still a fun race in the end. So.
Yep, yes it was. Definitely exciting. So good job on the finish, and I'm going to officially call it now. You are the regular season champion. Good job on that.
I appreciate it.
You'll be setting P1 as we go into the playoffs in 2 weeks at Gateway Worldwide Technology Park, or Gateway, whichever way you want to call it. So it'll be definitely a fun playoff to watch. I'm probably going to lay my cards down on you or Dakota winning this thing in the end. So good job, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Sounds good. We'll be there.
10-4. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, there was your third place. Let's go. Sorry, second place. Let's go pull up our winner for this evening, Dakota Camper. Hey, Dakota, this is Justin up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, looks like you were able to capitalize on the 87 truck's kind of misfortune with the 13 there. Were able to pull out the win. He was closing in though there at the very end. I was thinking he might be able to do it, but you were able to hold him off. Did you? Were you sweating a little bit watching him close it back in there in the last few laps?
No, I was saving my tires to make sure that if there was another restart, I'd have a little bit left because I used all my sets. So I wasn't too worried once I got in front of him. I was worried when I come out of the pits if I was going to be able to run him down and pass him. But was able to get it done and got the win.
10-4. Well, it looks like you will finish second in the regular season points with the 87. Clearly just dominating this whole season from start to finish. Several wins, whatnot. Do you think you have anything for him in the playoffs?
Man, props to Justin for a great regular season championship. When it comes to the playoffs, I don't know. He keeps talking about he doesn't like Gateway. That's the first track in the playoffs, and that's one of my better tracks. So maybe, I don't know. He's gonna have to have bad luck. If I can keep getting these top 2, top 3 finishes, and then him have some bad luck, then you never know. Of course, you got Talladega in there, so that's a wild card. there's a chance. There's a chance. Definitely a chance.
Yeah, Martinsville definitely a wild card. One little mix, a couple of mix-ups, fast repair gone, truck down on power, no way to catch up, keep it up under power, and you can basically, that right there would be it. So, because it looks like there's only two 1.5 mile tracks that his bread and butter that are in the playoffs. So, it's definitely going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I wouldn't count Dean out either. He was up there top 3 this whole race. He's got like a top 5 average finish, so I wouldn't count him out either. So it's going to be a 3-truck race.
All right, 10-4. You got anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Absolutely want to thank Unchained Motorcycle Ministry for being on the truck. They do great work around the Bristol region. We're having a big event next Saturday night at the 4-H Center in Avenue, Virginia. If anybody wants to come out and be with us on that night, my band will actually be playing that night, so that's going to be fun. And I want to thank you and Throttle Up Racing Network for putting on a great show. And just to my fellow admins, Chris Howell, Jamie Dunning, those guys work real hard to put this league on, and I think it's been very successful so far.
Yes, sir. It definitely is. Definitely creating some exciting racing for everybody. So good job on the regular season and good job on the race win. And we will see you in 2 weeks for Worldwide Technology Part or Gateway.
Thank you, sir. It's going to be a fun one.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Well, there was your race winner and second in the championship points. With that said, that will pretty much conclude our broadcast for this evening. Let's bring up our race results one more time for everybody. Well, that's the qualifying. Let's get to the race results. There we go. Your race winner, Dakota Camper, second. Justin Michael, third. Jonathan Cogswell, fourth. Joey Doucette, fifth. Dean Clavitt, sixth. Bobby Mays, 7. Kevin Franks, 8. Todd Mays, 9th. Christopher Hound. Rounding out your top 10 will be Matt Rudder. With that said, I mentioned it earlier, we are off next week. So I hope everybody that's racing or watching enjoys the week off. And on August the 14th, we will be back. I will not be there, but hopefully we'll have us a broadcaster of some sort for the 14th. But until I catch you guys again, I want to remind you to stay on that lead lap.